beautiful ether, I decided to throw my camera on real quick since I was about to open this Winsor Newton Cotman set of watercolor paints. Cotman is their line of kind of like student grade, more affordable watercolors. They are absolutely fantastic and super fun to work with. I got this off eBay for two reasons, because it was a bid that was about to close for, I think it was like $7 or $9, and also I wanted to have a backup because this is kind of the first kit I ever got and ever worked with, and I got this a few years ago, and really in the last year I really started using it, and I love the red and I love the yellow. I guess a little goes a long way. It takes forever to run through one. I also draw like slightly small pictures, but anyway, I absolutely love it. So when I saw this, I was like, ooh, well, it'll be good to have an extra, because, you know, it could have been a last minute gift even. I'm gonna get one of the Koi fluorescent sets for my mom, actually. So let's see what we have here. Some literature, but I like this because it shows you what spread they have available in the Cotman. I really dig this case. It feels fancy. I thought this was the same palette, but I quickly realized that there are a few colors that are different from what are in the other kits, so I was like, okay, I have to open it now because I need to get to this. I'm so stoked for this. It's called Permanent Rose, and I'm a huge fan of reds and juicy colors like that. So, well, one cool thing before I go on is this, the Panda mixing tray is removable, and voila! So you could mix in front rather than on the pan and have to hold it weird. I started using a shell myself though. It's over here somewhere. I have a pretty one, and then, you know those like, there's stuffed clam shells and they're like pre-stuffed in real shells that they have at the market? Well, a friend digs those pretty heavily, so I ask him to save the shells every time, and they're perfect for mixing in and anything really. Case in point, this isn't one of those, but this is just a little like shell from Jupiter Inlet, I believe, to be exact. But it sits perfectly still, no rock or anything. Oysters are really good for dishes. Oh, well, I guess I'll keep that right here. I also have this set. This had really good reviews, and I really liked, I know it's superficial, but I love the packaging. It looks deliciously vintage, and they're very reminiscent to ones that like we used as a child, but they had really good reviews, and I'm super stoked for this spread. It's very, I don't know, like deliciously 70s. I love it. This time, again, I just whipped up a quick card. I just wrote down the titles. As long as I can read them, that's all that counts or matters. And I'll start opening these, and I'll say the numbers. So this one is Lemon Yellow Hue, which this is in the other set. I was also thinking of keeping the ones that I already have open closed, but this will be good too if I ever get the opportunity to paint with somebody, and I could have plenty. Ooh, Lemon Hue Yellow. Pretty. This is a weird tray though. Oh, they just, ooh, secure. Okay, okay. How do This is difficult. Well, I might as well take this time to show you my bracelet. This is my Ultra Lucky Charm bracelet. Shamrock, of course. Carnelian. Quartz. A little rainbow with 7 colors. Some bells. A little evil eye. Dice. 42. Pyrite. Amethyst. Coral. A heart. A lightning bolt. And always stuff is added to it. I'm not the biggest fan of pearls, but pearls. And this one copper. It's recycled electrical copper, so electricity has flown. I'm about to like break out some pliers though, for real. What? Nobody's gonna steal them. Gosh, freaking Tesla technology. Let me find something to pry it with. I don't want to break it. Oh dear Lord. Okay. I'm just gonna try to pop them all out. Okay. Oh jeez. I wonder if I'm just taking them out wrong. That is a major possibility. Oh, maybe they like slide out. Oh man. I don't remember ever having this hard a time getting paints out. What is... I have to be doing something wrong. I looked at the literature yesterday and I didn't see any form of directions as far as getting them out. Jeez, I don't want to break anything. Oh, okay, cool. Alright. Dear God. Oh, maybe that, like, I don't know. Okay. That seems to... Holy schmoly. Now they're gonna be all kinds of out of order. Well, that was fun. Next time, I might open them first. Ideally, I'll be editing down the video, so it's kind of more to the point. But right now, my phone is completely out of memory, and I do not own a computer yet, so I am being quite frugal as far as space, unfortunately. This scalpel is a little dull, but if any X-Acto knife connoisseurs out there, scalpels all the way. It's like 25 bucks for like a huge box of them, the disposable ones, and I just find they're much sharper, but not like insanely sharp, and I don't know, they're fantastic. Gosh, they're so beautiful when they're brand new. Little drops of candy. There it is. Little magic piece of magic. Genuinely. I did order a pack of watercolor pencils because I have shaky hands, not necessarily know why, but I've always had like shaky hands, so I figured maybe for smaller details it'll be easier to get in with a sharp colored pencil rather than sitting there like trying not to go out of the lines. Because I have this bad habit of when I go out of the lines, I have to like make the whole line thicker or something. Ooh. Trying to let more loose when it comes to drawing. And practice every moment I can. Okay, let's get to it. I'm gonna put them back in order. And I'm going to use this to do that. Where's this again? Okay. I'll probably end up changing the order when I get more used to the set. That's how it usually goes. But for now, I'm just going to keep it in this order in which I can. So this one is. I'm so stoked for that. I'm going to open the other kit too. I left a sweet drink on my desk, so I have all these little sugar ants. Welcome to Florida, as a kind of like comparison. Alright, right into it. Lemon Hue Yellow, which is in the first kit, but I might as well add it along with everything else. It's so pretty. I really like the yellows in watercolors. They tend to be really vibrant and like just unreal when it flows off the brush. So that's the Lemon Yellow Hue. This one could have been a little dirty from my brush, but they seem quite different, honestly. Moving on to Cadmium Yellow Hue. Interested into knowing what the hue means. Like I said in other videos, I'm very much a beginner. I really got into the watercolors because I love making resin jewelry, and but real quick, I like it a lot. I like making resin jewelry, and it's already a super limitless. I'm not gonna spill these this time. A super limitless medium, but it works perfectly with watercolor. And I just painted the backgrounds a metallic color to have it not plain white. Little Amen sword, and little Negative Nancy. Ooh, where'd she go? And they're, pieces of plastic. And this one's even quite round. And it's just cheap watercolor paper, I think from Walmart, and like 8 years ago and 5 years ago. Redundant. Anyway, it works perfectly. So within the next few days to like weeks, because I do live pretty far out from everybody, my friend Alvaro, he makes like the most incredible art, so I'm gonna get a few prints from him and cut out. I wish I had them in here. Oh, I have them. Cut out some of the pieces. Like, look at this. He draws these masks, Oh, and it's just like the most brutally beautiful. I just have that one here, unfortunately. Check him out. His name is Alvaro Pereira, and I'm probably saying that wrong and spelling it wrong. I'll put it in the description. Check him out for sure. DJ Funk Boogie represent. Cadmium Pale Red Hue. Cadmium Red Pale Hue. Whoops. Oh, she's pretty. Oh yeah. Like orange. But like the perfect orange. Like blood orange, Mexican sunset orange. I love it. I like that a lot. That's one of those juicy colors I keep bringing up. Tangerine. That's a perfect orange right there. Even though it's called Cadmium Red Pale Hue. I don't know what cadmium means. I should look this stuff up prior, but it shows you don't have to know shit about shit. You just do it. This is the one I was really excited for. This is Permanent Rose. I would say this is like, I don't know, sangria. Ooh, I like it though. I'm drawing this, the first time I'm drawing from a reference photo, trying to, it's just this incredible makeup artist I follow on Instagram called Babe Next Door. And I'm not sure what her name is. It says it's grocery store, but you know, I'm not sure if that's her real name. Pretty dope name, but she does makeup, like intense makeup. So I started this. I still have a ton of little dots and stippling to do, and then finish getting the background super dark, and then make some stars, and finish the face and hair and all that. But I quite like it. I used the metallics heavily and some holographic glitter I grabbed. Oh, like that. Can't really see the... It like will show it for a second and then it like cracks it out. That's funny. Anyway, back to this. Holographic glitter. I was very stoked for that. There's this one company called Solar Dust Company. Gosh, what is it called? They make like holographic glitters and stuff. I really want to try their products. I used to try to only use vintage glitter, like quite literally vintage glitter. Here's my favorite. And it's not flat pieces. It's like metallic material cut in strips and folded in half. It's really neat stuff. Try to use salvage anything, but gosh, that holographic stuff is very nice. Okay, so we're gonna keep going down the line. Ultramarine, which I do have this in the other kit. So far what I didn't have in here was the cadmium yellow, the cadmium red, and the pale rose so far, but there's more. I was looking for some really good like brushes to use, and I came across like makeup artist brushes, so essentially disposable brushes. They're just disposable for hygienic reasons, but for watercolor painting I could just use the same one over and over again. And they're super thin because they're for cat eye eyeliner, to do that really detailed eyeliner. Why is this one so streaky? I'm gonna play with that one a little more on like a separate piece of paper. Need it dry. Yeah, it's a little streaky. It like pulls away from... Oops. Anyway, it's good for a swatch. It's just a quick little reference. Should change this water out, but it's fine. This is another one that I do not have yet, and this is Cerulean Blue Hue. I wonder if hue means like less pigment or what, I don't know. There's a guide that is like, tells you if they're permanent, if they're opaque or not, all of the above. Try this on this paper too. Oh, I'm shaking it. It's nice. Maybe I'm just not letting enough pigment get lifted off of the block. Anyway. Oopsie. Anyway. I started wearing my, I can't, maybe can you see? My Craftsman apron. Because I always use my clothes as like giant napkins, so I'm trying to avoid staining anything else and just wearing this. Viridian Hue, this is also in this kit, which I am obsessed with this green. It's that pigment green that I love that's like, it would be perfect on this chair. I saw it at my favorite salvage yard that ever existed. It was called Adam and Eve's in West Palm Beach. And it's like one of those salvage yards, they had all the phone booths, mannequins hanging out of everything. Oh, I love it. And, like, piles of brass doorknobs from all the old Meisner houses, and, what's his name? What was his name? God, I want to say Fauci, but it's not Fauci, it's something. It's really, sap green. This is also in the other kit. It was really, like, a real character, like, in the 30s, he used to wear, like, women's silk blouses and stuff, and then there was Addison Meisner that had the monkey on his shoulder, Johnny Brown at all times, who is actually buried in Palm Beach behind a pizza restaurant. I used to like visiting the grave of Johnny Brown. He was a little monkey. Famous fixture here in Florida. You can say what you will about Addison Meisner, but his monkey has nothing to do with any form of eminent domain, or whatever it was. His hat, the monkey's hat, Johnny Brown, is also in the original Courthouse Museum in West Palm Beach, here in Florida, which I highly recommend. That the museum, I love museums, any museum. If you have a random museum in Florida, let me know, because those are my happy places. And this museum is in an original courthouse, and you could go into the little courtroom. Really cool, but they have like this old dress from the 20s or something made out of newspaper. Just like really cool stuff. And then this kind of like big scale diorama type room of early Florida life. It shows you like the palm fronds that they used to have to use to walk into their door to swat all the mosquitoes off. It is not forgiving land down here, so can't imagine what it was like way back when. I can't imagine, it was horrible. I got a mosquito the other day that was literally the size of a quarter, and after I do this last color, which I don't really have to do this because it's white, I should put something on here. Well, it's okay. I'll just put it on anyway. Alright, there you have it. Let me grab that mosquito real quick. Whoever watches this has to see it. So, technically it's a gall nipper, I believe it's called, but I don't have small hands. I have like perfect for piano hands. Yeah, a quarter. It is the size of a quarter. Like, I'll put it on the quarter. the shock, the horror. It was horror. Yeah. Movies are like made about shit like this. It's a big boy. So, you know, he'll be a necklace or something, perhaps. Or I'll just make a specimen bottle. I do like making specimen bottles. I don't really kill insects unless they are that. Or, like when there's pests heavily on any of the fruit trees that's causing too much damage to the point we could lose the tree. Usually nature balances it out. Like if an infestation of caterpillars, a few days later they're gone from whatever eats that type of caterpillar. So, yep. So I do have specimen bottles anyway, and I have seeds, cuttings, dried herbs available, as well as specimens of my pests, our pests. Here's the two Winsor Newton Cotman kits sitting next to each other. This guy is this guy, and this is this. This one comes with one of those squeezy brushes. This one does not, but I don't mind at all. There you go. Hope this convinces somebody to buy one. For real. Not sponsored, obviously, but these are so forgiving and so freeing. You could take them anywhere, throw them in your purse. They're a godsend, and you can find them for under $10. They're super good quality, reputable brands. They come all different kinds. This one is the Sakura Koi, 8 fluorescents and 4 metallics. You're like, it's just so, these are so fun to work with. They're like highlighters. That's what I'm doing that one picture with. And then the Van Gogh's pinks and violets. I love reds and pinks and violets, and sometimes it gets old mixing it and trying to mix it the same every time because I'm not very, so now I'm good on sets. Like, I'm good with trying to scoop any up. I have such a spectrum that I know I'll be able to work with for a long time. My kind of work with, you know. Again, I really enjoy making charms with the resin, so, and like this, the moon up top is totally solid. There's no snapping, and the jump rings are already in the resin, so everything is as secure as I can get it. And I'll be making massive necklaces with those. Alright, well, thank y'all. Thank whoever came by, and get yourself some watercolors. Go on eBay. If there aren't any available, hit, what is it called? Set an alert. So then anytime a Van Gogh pinks and violets watercolor set goes up, you'll get alerted. Or Cotman, Winsor Newton. There's so many available. I was sifting through hundreds of really awesome kits for really awesome prices, because I don't think anybody has money to waste right now, but it really helps to have something that you could escape into, and colors are fucking fantastic, my bad. And just drawing in general, like, Will is actually colorblind, so he's more pattern oriented, so, yeah, good thing, Code has, what is it, Anyway, alright. As like Green Dan says on Eat the Weeds, toodles.